Hey INFJs and ENFPs, this is a video about how you two see each others. Actually, how does introverted intuitives see extroverted intuitives and vice versa? And I found that in many ways, the fifth function is in many ways experienced as something that exists all around the world. The ENFP walks around experiencing that everything around them has some kind of mystery. And that experience of a mystery is the experience of introverted intuition. The key here is that the extroverted intuitive tends to believe that everything around it has some story to tell, something hidden about it. And what you're doing here as an extroverted intuitive user is you're looking for introverted intuition in your surroundings. Not just in another person, but in like everything you do in your projects, in your experience of the world around you. So this is how you experience your fifth function and how you use it. You use it as something that is outside of you. You experience it as something outside of yourself and who you are. But it still has a very important role to play in your life, and it's important for, in particular, integration. And what I mean with integration is kind of becoming more full and more rich in your perspective. By just living in extrovert intuition, you can easily become kind of arrogant in that function, kind of lost, kind of scattered, kind of like flighty. And in many ways, introverted intuition serves that role of being a bouncing block, a platform you can jump on forward in life, higher than you would without it. And similarly, for an INFJ, the experience of extroverted intuition in many ways is like the experience of potential. A healthy INFJ open to this experience walks around life feeling like in everything around them there is some kind of hidden potential. And what this means is everything around them is constantly in the possibility of change and transformation. Everything around them is constantly able to surprise them. And what this means, because this is very important, it means that the INFJ experiences extrovert intuition as kind of transformational gift, kind of like a muse, kind of like a hidden source of inspiration. An INFJ or an INTJ might experience extrovert intuition as kind of something that gives them ideas when they are around these people or in an environment that feels full of extrovert intuition. The INFJ feels like their head is about to bust with ideas. And that is like very hard to separate from the ENFP's classical mode of brainstorming. Yes, when these functions are in the process of integration, we are becoming more full and we are gaining the gifts of this fifth function, the gifts that people often try to keep apart from each others. So you can say that you have NE, or you can experience yourself as having NE as an INFJ, or as an ENFP you can experience yourself having an I, but you have gotten access to it from somewhere, by meeting someone, by reading something, by spotting something. Now, to be able to integrate, because this is not always possible, sometimes we are blind to this around us. Sometimes we don't walk around feeling this sense that, wow, everything is a mystery, or wow, everything is surprising me constantly. Sometimes we are experiencing the press of the fourth function, the inferior. And when this press becomes too high, it's easy to lose this kind of integration of wisdom. You can lose this fullness of perspective because you are in many ways too locked up by your inferior function. An ENFP too locked up by introverted sensing can become lost to this mystery that is NI. And just as an INFJ in extroverted sensing can be lost to that which is extrovert intuition. And while the fourth function is important for grounding yourself and becoming kind of an anchor from the within to keep yourself in check, if it keeps you too much in check, if its influence becomes too big, it can blind you from this important integration process. Have you been experiencing any of this in your life? Have you noticed this? If you do, feel free to give a comment down below and to tell me your story about how you experience this function, this fifth function in your life. Thank you all for watching.